Hello, everyone. This is Andre Smith, and I have right here with me the project that I've been continuing to work on from the previous video, which is none other than WWE superstar Seth Rollins. Um, is in the last video I started the pencil process and telling everybody who it was in that video also and everything. And as you can see right now, the pencils are completed, and now I'm going to work on the basic flat color for the project. Um, before I begin working, I'm going to import the reference photo that I'm using, for this project. See where it is. It is right here. I'm gonna go open this up, and here we go. And I'm gonna go zoom in here and pick out some sort of decent light color here. Let's see. This looks good. And while I'm on my on my flat layer, what I'm going to do next is go to the lasso tool, and I'm going to go ahead and draw a lasso around the whole silhouette here, and around the figure, rather. Excuse me, I did not mean to say silhouette. Let's see, try to be as exact as I possibly can. This right here, it could be a very time-consuming process. You have to. One thing about it, it takes patience, and depending on the complications of the piece, probably will take several steps, and takes quite a while to do this. Oh yeah, well, to explain what I'm doing here, basically, as I draw each section, as I draw the first section, before I add on to the section that I already selected, I hit the shift button, and as I hit the shift button, there's like a little plus sign that pops up, and then I just continue drawing from any point of the previous section, and just simply add on like so. And if I wanted to subtract, well, hold on just 1 second, I'll add on to that. If I want to subtract this section, I'll hit the Alt key, which brings up the subtraction sign, and I'll simply draw in the section that I want subtracted, and there you go. Now, I will admit I'm not exactly the most proficient person when it comes to this, but I try to improve every time I'm working on a project like this. As in most things in life, practice makes perfect, right? While I'm doing this here, I give a little bit of background this to the subject matter at hand. Um, Seth Rollins, whose birth name is Kobe Lopez, before he came into WWE, he worked the independent wrestling circuit, and he became a standout in Ring of Honor, where he was known as Tyler Black. He went and held the Ring of Honor World Championship while he was there. So he did pretty well for himself. That was before he went into World Wrestling Entertainment's developmental program known as Florida Championship Wrestling. Where he went and did very well for himself there as well. And then when SCW became rebranded as NXT, he entered a tournament for become the inaugural NXT champion, defeating Jinder Mahal. He then went on to become a member of the Shield with fellow superstars Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. And then they went on to make their main roster debut at a WWE pay-per-view, and they were immediate main event, all three of them. And they were running roughshod all over the WWE roster, and eventually they became fan favorites, baby faces, if you will. And then, at what seemed to be the height of their popularity, Rollins proceeded to take a steel chair to his stablemates, thus becoming a heel. And he went on to win Money in the Bank, and then at WrestleMania, he became the first Money in the Bank winner to cash in at WrestleMania and became WWE champion. And held it for quite some time until he unfortunately got injured. And when he came back, he was cheered initially, but the thing of it is, they kept him as a heel, which honestly I thought that was a mistake. Oh, to rewind, what I had just done there, after I made my selection with the lasso tool, I went and hit the fill symbol right here, the one with the bucket that looks like a bucket. I went ahead and after I chose the color that I wanted to use to fill in this selection, when you hit this button, there you go. Before I go any further, when I made this flat layer, I made this layer and I moved it underneath the pencil layer so that the pencils will show through. In the past, I would have the flat layer on top of the pencil layer, and then just made that into a multiply layer. I'll try something different here because I figured maybe it will be easier for me to add on the details to this and everything later on. All right. Speaking of experimentation, I'm going to try something else different. And normally I will wait until this character was done in more detail. Then I will go to this step. What I wanted to do right now is invert the area here. Hit that. go to my gradient tool, and let me see here. Like I said, I'm just experimenting here and just trying something different to see if I can make my workflow easier. Let me see. Try something here. All right. Try this foreground transparent with the circle shape selected. Did not repeat edge process selected. And let's see what we can come up with here. Let's see. Try that. Not bad, not bad. Although, let me see. I would like to see if I can try something else here. Whoa. The joy of live broadcasting while you're experimenting with an art project. Let's see here. All right. See what this will bring us. Oh boy, wait a minute. Let's see something easier. Sorry about that. Dogs wanted to go crazy. Normally, most of the time, they're quiet this time of the day, but don't mind them. They're just doing their thing. All right, let's try this one more time. Hopefully, this time I won't have Seth freaking Rollins disappear off the freaking computer screen. All right, got that. I'm gonna go ahead, leave that for now. Of course, as I'm gonna use a little bit of wrestling terminology here. As in wrestling programs, this picture is subject to change. So I went ahead and deselected that. Okay. Now, got the background done. That other than a few hiccups here and there, that went better than I thought. And in the next video, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this for now. And in the next video, I will go on to work on the main character, start throwing in some more of the fun stuff. And that's it for now. I'll see y'all guys soon. Take care.